むる電光石火
A great sign of power for any fictional character is how fast they are. Anime characters are no exception. When we talk about the fastest, we usually refer to those characters whose blows and attacks are so blisteringly fast that no one has a chance to follow what's happening. Or speed could manifest as the ability to break the space-time continuum, traverse dozens of galaxies in seconds, or even catch up with the guy who stole your French fries. This video is going to present our countdown of the fastest characters in anime. As always, please give this video a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to our channel, and let's get this party started. Number 16. Koga, Inuyasha. Pushing the human limit to the brink can lead to pretty outstanding results. Koga develops superhuman speed through training alone. That speed gets multiplied many times over. When you add in the jewel shards he wears around his legs, Koga's speed becomes so high he's able to create cyclones, purely by moving around. The cyclone that he summons is not really a battle technique, but as we see in the anime, it can very well be. Taking into account how fast a real-life cyclone is, you can say Koga's speed is about 100 miles per hour, definitely faster than most tornadoes out there. Number 15. Gran Torino, My Hero Academia.
速すぎるどんな個性だ時を止めたいぞ
A retired pro hero and a fan favorite for money, Gran Torino has honed his combat skills over the decades. He's still able to move pretty fast given his age, and that manifests best when we see him knocking out Izuku before the guy even bats an eyelash. Granted, Izuku was still a rookie at the point, but Torino definitely made an example out of him. His quirk is called Jet, and it gives Torino the ability to kick super fast and travel short distances in a matter of seconds. The old veteran's speed sits at 537 miles per hour. Number 14. Yuki Tempoin, Codebreaker. It's one thing to be a genetically modified human with extraordinary abilities, it's another to be able to push those abilities to new heights. Yuki does exactly that. By training his reflexes and body movements hard enough, he becomes able to manipulate sound itself. That's right, that right there makes Yuki as fast as sound, so 1 Mach exactly. Some of Yuki's fast battle techniques include creating defensive barriers out of sound waves, using echoes to boost his speed, to rescue his friends, and creating after images of himself to blind his opponents. Number 13. Alucard, Hellsing Ultimate. Ancient vampires are a cut above the rest of their race, in that they come with extra powers. In the case of Alucard, he can shapeshift, use guns, dress to the nine, and display incredible speeds that are close to 3 times the speed of sound, so 3 max for those of you who hate math. The human eye can't follow Alucard's movements, but other equally powerful vampires can keep up with him to a degree. Using his shape-shifting abilities, Alucard can reach his highest speed to the point where it's easy for him to move around inside a speeding plane in the sky. Number 12. Killua, Hunter x Hunter. Creepy families with lots of baggages sometimes are the most eccentric and talented. In the case of the Zoldycks, Killua easily takes the title of the best son in the family. As the Chimera Ant's arc progresses, we see Killua developing more and more serious firepower to aid his friend Gon in taking down the Royal Guard Ants and their king. Killua's peak moment is when he finally masters Godspeed, an uber-cool form that allows him to cloak in thousands of extremely fast movements. That's 15 max, so the equivalent of multiplying the speed of sound 15 times. In the fight against Yuppie, Godspeed saves the day by giving Killua the chance to strike down the Red Ant and give his friends a lot of breathing room. Hell, Yuppie himself was absolutely dazzled by how fast Killua was, as did we. Number 11. Ichigo, Bleach. Although Ichigo has many contenders for the fastest Soul Reaper, he's still one of the fastest. The many transformations that Ichigo undergoes give him an edge against his diverse opponents, especially when we're talking about speed. At one point in the series, Ichigo becomes so fast he's able to take on 3 lieutenants, considered some of the fastest characters in Bleach, and take them down with his bare hands. Another impressive display of speed by Ichigo is when he goes toe-to-toe with Byakuya. Byakuya is already at nearly light speed when Ichigo fights him. Overall, Ichigo's speed can be quantified like this: 286 max, as in 280 times the speed of sound. Number 10. Zenitsu, Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Generally perceived as a whiny, useless child, Zenitsu form Demon Slayer is anything but. The sleeping child harbors within him the great breathing techniques of thunder, giving the young boy the ability to move very nearly at the speed of light itself. For the sake of number crunching, that's estimated to be 1002 in max. Zenitsu's speed is over 1000 times the speed of sound. In Season 1, we get a small glimpse of what Zenitsu is capable of doing. When his thunder breathing technique is used, he manages to slice off dozens of spiders in an incredibly large and dense forest. In the middle of the night, without breaking a sweat. In Season 2, Zenitsu's speed is an absolute game changer, as without his quick reflexes, it wouldn't have been possible to cut off the head of one of the moons in the heat of battle. Number 9. Saitama, One Punch Man. If there's one thing that the OVA episodes taught us, it's that you should never steal Saitama's longest French fry. That's a crime worse than death itself for the bold hero, as arguably the strongest character in anime. Saitama is also one of the fastest. Catching the supposed monster who stole his favorite French fry in the blink of an eye is just one small example. We literally see Saitama simply taking large strides to catch up with the guy. An even more impressive display of speed is during the battle against Boros. Saitama is thrown to the moon by one of Boros' attacks. To get back to Earth, it takes him around 20 seconds to push through the atmosphere and reach his target. That's equal to moving at 747,129 in max, way past the speed of sound threshold and nearly crossing into the speed of light territory. That's without even taking into account the deceleration caused by Earth's atmosphere and the delta V calculation that describes how strong the moon's gravity field is. Yeah, Saitama could have been on Earth in like 3 seconds if it wasn't for those things. Number 8. Kizaru, One Piece. An admiral who eats the Glen fruit and becomes one of the fastest characters in One Piece. The fruit allows Kizaru to take the form of light when going into battle. Admiral Borsalino, aka Kizaru, boasts of being as fast as light itself. When going into his integrable form, Kizaru can land blows and kicks that few characters can keep up with. Not even Luffy is safe from the onslaught that this admiral unleashes. Kizaru's kicks become so fast he's able to take down entire buildings in seconds. The admiral can move at astonishing speeds, and it would be quite fair to call him the fastest admiral of them all. Number 7. Legit Bak, Blunderer. Nicknamed the Flash Baroon of his super high speed attacks and movements, Legit Bak is a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield. Using his flashing stride technique, Bak can turn his legs into wheels of destruction, as he's able to travel faster than the speed of light, roughly 1.01 times the speed of light. This translates to longer and higher jumps as well. We see Bak's dizzying speed in action when he's able to literally see how hails of bullets move in slow motion. Bak easily dodges any kind of human-made projectile fired at him. Number 6. Jotaro Kujo, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Sands are a badass feature of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. We love seeing how creative characters get when using them. When it comes to speed, Jotaro Kujo's Star Platinum stand is considered the fastest by far. Star Platinum enables Jotaro to punch at speeds faster than light easily, moving at 1.02 past the speed of light. He's also able to outspeed both Dio and the world when battling them. Punches and kicks land a whole lot faster, and Star Platinum allows for blink and you'll miss it type of movement between far locations. Jotaro's speed reaches the point where he's able to freeze time for like 2 seconds when fighting Dio. Number 5. Zeus, Record of Ragnarok. Zeus is like the Greek mythology representation of the same god that bears his name. There are a few key differences, but when it comes to speed, it's safe to say that Zeus is exactly at god level when it comes to being fast. He looks like an old man, but don't let that deceive you. He can take on a much younger, lithe form that's full of life and strength. In that form, Zeus can punch and kick at a speed that equals 0.01 seconds of what the human eye can register. In other words, forget about trying to understand his movements. Again, Zeus' speed is faster than light. It's 1.02 times the speed of light. In many fights he takes part in, Zeus can rain down meteors of hell and fury at speed that are close to 0.000000001 seconds. Yeah, that long. An even more extreme form of his agility is his Fist That Surpass Time attack. Zeus's most powerful blows breaks the laws of time itself when unleashed. For those wondering, Zeus's speed is limitless when he's warming up or attacking his opponents. Time probably cries in the corner every time Zeus is out and about. Number 4. Straight Cougar, S. Cry Ed, an arrogant demon who takes offense at anyone challenging how fast he is. Stray Cougar definitely takes personal attacks to heart. As the fastest speed demon in existence, Stray Cougar has made it his job to develop an alter combat style that revolves around doing things fast. For example, Cougar's immense speed allows him to transform any object he touches into a flying projectile that can be thrown against enemies. Also, since he easily breaks the speed of light threshold, Cougar can shrink objects if he moves beside them. For accuracy's sake, that's 1.04 times the speed of light. In battle, Cougar's style is all about hitting hard and fast and not letting the opponent react, and it works pretty well for the speedy demon. Number 3. Gold Saints, Saint Seiya. Gold Saints are beings that move extraordinarily fast. It is by design that they were made this way to defend the 12 houses of the zodiac. Having mastered the 7th sense, these saints can move faster than the light, exactly 5 times the speed of light. Each one of the gold saints has several traits that allow them to channel their speed to do different things. For example, traveling through galaxies and black holes is no problem for these beings. The most impressive display of their speed is when they cross the Hyper Dimension, a place where it's pointless to try and calculate time in human terms. The saints pass through billions of dark points, billions of galaxies, and finally reaches Elysium to take down Hades at the core of the Hyper Dimension. As the best estimate, all of the saints travel at 5 times the speed of light, so it's totally possible for them to kinda teleport themselves anywhere they want. Number 2. Goku, Dragon Ball Super. Each power-up of the sign transformation that Goku undergoes gives him extra everything. More speed, strength, durability, and sometimes longer hair in the case of Super Saiyan 3. The same applies to his other techniques, like Kaioken and instant transmission. They all go up in effectiveness. We've always enjoyed seeing Goku use instant transmission during some of his biggest battles, but what happens when he uses it in his Ultra Instinct form? Galaxy travel becomes a piece of cake. Bonus points for the badass aura that surrounds his body when the transformation is complete. Of course, we're not going to ignore the fact that Goku's battle abilities go into overdrive. He literally starts landing punches on Jiren that none of the spectators, even gods of destruction, are able to follow, but we're definitely impressed by how Ultra Instinct enhances Goku's mobility as well. To put things into perspective, Goku can teleport himself in just 1 second from one galaxy to the next. Keep in mind that each galaxy is a million light years apart from other galaxies, so a good approximation that describes Ultra Instinct's version of instant transmission can only be measured in light years. This tells us that Goku travels at 1 million light years per second. Pretty impressive for a mere mortal. Number 1. Gurren Lagann, Tengen Toppan Gurren Lagann. The king of all anime stats tops our list once again. You're probably tired of seeing Gurren Lagann everywhere, but he's simply a thing that breaks all laws of physics and reality. In his super form, Gurren can move at 50 trillion times the speed of light. We're not going to bother even describing what the hell the number means. Let's just say that it is pointless to try and come up with the exact calculations in miles and kilometers for this guy. Super Tengen Toppa breaks the time-space continuum for sure. He can traverse galaxies that are millions of light years apart in just a nanosecond. It might even be possible for him to reverse time or even recreate reality itself, but that has never been proven. I see this video went by faster than the speed of light itself. We hope you enjoyed watching some of the fastest anime characters as much as we did. You know the drill now. Scroll down and let us know what you think about these characters. Who is the fastest in your opinion and why? And finally, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and spread anime knowledge everywhere you can. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.